What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, back again with another step-by-step combo tutorial. Today I'm taking a look again at Splight. So I did Adventure first, but while there is going to be a bunch of different versions of these decks, like Tearlament and Splight, or Spright, however they end up calling it, but whatever the case may be, like I wanted to go over as many of the iterations as I can as possible. That way you can kind of know what to expect, or if you want to play them, you get a better understanding of how everything works. And if this is the first time you've ever seen a Splight card, this is the video for you. I'm literally going to read all the cards, and that's the whole point of making these. Because if you're not familiar with the deck and you watch someone do a combo, it's the most confusing thing in the world. So Swap Frog's been around forever, and I'm pretty sure this was like definitely featured on that punk version that I did. But basically what you get to do, you get to send a level 2 or lower water monster from your deck or face-up field to the graveyard. And then that's basically the biggest effect that you need to know. So go ahead and send a Ronin Totem. This lets you banish a frog and then special summon it. I think it was part of the frog FTK, if I'm not mistaken. And since we control a level or rank 2 monster, we can special summon this card from our hand. And you can only do this once per turn. If it's special summon, you get to add a Splight monster from your deck to your hand. So this card in and of itself, which is also starter in the same sense, is like full combo for you. Like this one card, like that's what makes this deck so good. Like the deck isn't overtly powerful. It's not OP necessarily. It's just that every one card does so much for you. But okay, we can go ahead and grab a Splight Jet. This lets us add a Splight spell or trap. So there's a couple of them. There's one that banishes, and you can also just grab starter, which is like maybe not as good as an interruption, kind of, but if your opponent like Dark Ruler no mores you, you can just like bring out another, like Splites do different things. Like some of them negate spells and traps, some of them are monsters, or those two specifically. I think there's only 4 main deck. So these kind of search everything, and then the other 2 are the negates, and that's what starter can represent. Then you can go ahead and overlay into Gigantic Splight. So this card becomes big if it has a link to its material, but its original attack is doubled, so it gets super good. And there's also like a extra deck monster that I know a lot of people are playing, where it doubles the attack of your like monster, so it goes from like 30 something, like 34. What would that be? Yeah, 32, and then I think that gets doubled or something, so it gets kind of wild. So this uses like a OTK as well as everything else that it does. But then it says during your main phase, you can activate this card. Neither player can special summon monsters for the rest of his turn, except level, rank, linked to monsters. So Toad, I'm trying to think, was this under 5 summons? Because after this, obviously, you can't activate Driver either. I mean, this is usually the point of contention, that like this is where you want to use your interruption, but I was just trying to think. That might have been more normal summon, special summon, 3, 4. No, I guess so. So this plays under Nibiru. It's pretty cool. And I can go ahead and detach the Swap Frog. Not really too important. You're going to link it off anyways, but from the deck, you can go ahead and grab a red. So this lets you basically tribute a level, rank, or link to monster to get the activation. Then if you attributed a rank or link to, you get to destroy it instead. So it's a little bit of an interruption there. You can go ahead and link those off. This card's crazy because it's any 2 monsters, but it just has to include 1 level, rank, or link to. Like that's just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. It's pretty wild. But you can go ahead and bring back Swap Frog. This is not a once per turn, so go ahead and dump another copy here, and now we have an extra frog. So Ronin Tonin can go ahead and banish a frog to special summon itself out, and that can go into a toad. Okay, so there's a couple things. Obviously, this isn't an amazing end board. What it really represents is, first of all, Toad during your opponent's standby phase is going to bring out whatever frog you have left in the deck, so you can use it to tribute off of red, or it's just material, or anything, right? But if your opponent commits to any plays, right, you Toad negate. This is a quick effect if your opponent owns a monster, so you can just bring back Toad again. So it's like 2 Omni negates. Starter's an interruption. Like you can just bring out the other Splight that negates spells and traps. And that's only 2 cards, right? In the video, like in the description where I saw this combo, whatever you want to call it, they did get Dark Ruler moored, but they had like so many hand traps. Like all the other cards were hand traps, which Makes sense, because otherwise if they were monsters, like they're just extenders, so you would use them and just get a better end board. But instead you go with this, which is pretty darn decent if you ask me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Could continue going on. Tier limit's a little hard to do combo tutorials for because it's so random. I like to do videos like this for things it's like, okay, yes, I know I can do this. You know, Chaos Ruler is kind of on the edge, like kind of like you know what you're looking for when you do those things. But yeah, when it comes to tier limit, you're like, oh gosh, there's a lot to manage. It's a really hard deck to pilot, in my opinion. But this is Splight. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.